The Gatorade Cup Series Season number 5 heads to Hampton, Georgia, the Atlanta Motor Speedway, for the running of the Bass Pro Shops 400. Should be a fun race, but first, let's look at our 42-car field. Eli Bray is on the pole. 2 is outside of pole is Jonathan Buford. 3rd is Francis Dustman. 4th, Jason Smino Jr. and Tim Gary rounds out the top 5. And Javier Hernandez in 6th. 7th, Josh Schmido. 8th, John West. 9th, Patrick Smith. And rounding out the top 10 got DJ Reed. Then the next row we got Casey Vito and Alexander Rowe. William Seaman and Season 2 champion Jeff Bright. Wyatt Walker and TJ Hanley, then Season 1 champion Kevin Bannon and Jade Jefferson. Then you got Julius Anderson and Joe Jefferson, Daytona 500 winner. Max Anderson and Evan Hunter, your Martinsville winner. Alex Stewart and Brady Wernes, Michael Canto and Derek Bouchard. Luke Rainey, your Bristol winner. And then you got Brandon Tharp, Justin Heath and Phoenix winner Cynthia Bright. Then you got Andrew Miller and Riley Spurleytube, Carter Friesen and Tim Randolph, along with Marcus Satcher, your points leader, and Keegan Thompson. Trey Rainey, your Chicagoland winner, and 2nd in points, Co Luigi. Then Isaac Nichols and Levi Shums, and then rounding out the field on row 21, 41st is Alan Lewis, 42nd last season's champion Michael Gregory. They have some work to get to the front, but they can do it here at Atlanta. So let's go down trackside for the most famous words in motorsports.
On behalf of the many great folks at Bass Pro Shops, Tracker, and MB&A, gentlemen, start your engines!
Business as usual today, buddy. Nice and easy. Give your seatbelts a little tuck for me, buddy. You're ready to rock and roll. Let it be ready here now. Feel that thing out real good here for the first lap or so. Make sure you got a good feel for it.
42 engines roar to life here in Hampton, Georgia, for what's a beautiful day for racing. As they will reach speeds over 200 miles an hour, barely let off in the corners, barely go below 200 as the pace car is in. About to unleash 42 cars for 41 laps here at Atlanta, Georgia. As they come down the front stretch, Eli Bright and Jonathan Buford on the front row for the start of the Bass Pro Shops 400. We are racing at Atlanta. Field races through 1, 2 and off, 2 down the backstretch. The front 3 clear. Francis Dustin in 2nd. Eli Bright with the race lead. Tim Gary now makes a move for 2nd as they come down the backstretch. Into turn 3 for the first time here today. Dustin keeps line in 2nd. Eli Bright with the race lead off turn number 4, who leads lap 1. And lap 1 will be led by Eli Bright in that number 88 National Guard Chevrolet as they will enter turn 1 for the first time at full song. Tim Gary with the move underneath Francis Dustin. He's going to grab the 2nd position. Josh Schmido behind him in the number 15 cars. They race their way down the back straightaway. Alexander Rose there in the 7. Also on the bottom. As they come off turn number 4. Once again flying by. Josh Schmido moves up high. Alexander Rose will make a move. Now here comes TJ Hanley 3 wide underneath those 2. Front 2 have pulled away. They got battle for 3rd. TJ Hanley, Kevin Bannon, Alexander Rowe all in this battle. Tim Gary, if he gets side by side with Eli, that's going to bring the pack together. 205 down the backstretch. They barely get below 200 in the corners. Tim Gary with the move underneath Eli Bright. 198 through that corner. Shows how fast they're going here at Atlanta. Now TJ Hanley, does he make a move or does he stay right behind Gary? He's going to stay behind Gary, push him through, and now Hanley might make a move in 1 and 2. As they come down the backstretch, Hanley just moves up with Tim Gary. Now Eli Bright will start his fade back. Here comes Max Anderson, 3 wide for 3rd. Hanley's still behind Tim Gary, can't make a move yet. Waiting for his opportunity to do so. Michael Canto might make it for him. He's coming for 3rd. Luke Rainey behind him in that 2 car. Now here comes Hanley down the back straightaway. And this is going to allow for 3rd place and 4th place to get a big run. Unless they get side by side like they're doing right here. Luke Rainey for 2nd. Cynthia Bright is there in the 24. Hanley will take the lead in 3 and 4. He'll be leading some laps right here. On a season that's been kind of for Hanley. Finishing decent. He's still up there in points. He's looking for a great run of top 10 and top 5 here today to kind of propel him up. They're 4 wide back there. Watch that. Tim Gary, Trey Rainey, Adam Lewis, Michael Canto in the middle of that. Trouble. They saved it for now. Trey Rainey and Michael Canto make contact. They somehow were able to save it. Luke Rainey took the lead while we were watching that. Now Cynthia Bright will get to the race lead as they come off turn number 4. And now Tim Randolph looks to the bottom lane. Adam Lewis. Cars trying to get to the middle. See the pack kind of spread out just a little bit. Adam Lewis makes it 3 wide. He's going to take the race lead. Now, Michael Gregory, season number 4 champion, already up to the front. He started towards the back. Carter Friesen will take the race lead now. Brandon Tharp in the 6th car behind Michael Gregory as Gregory makes a move. This is for the race lead to the stripe. I believe Friesen did lead at the stripe. And now can Gregory keep it? Alexander Rowe with a big run. Patrick Smith is there. Levi Shones. DJ Reed all in this bottom lane. Gregory couldn't get down. He almost came down in front of Alexander Rowe. That could have been a huge wreck if he did. So now Rowe with the race lead at the stripe. The field's starting to bunch up together again as Patrick Smith will look for the race lead. They're 3 by 3 by 3 behind. Smith clears down the backstretch. DJ Reed has a big run. Got a big push there from Justin Ethan, the number 9 car. Carter Friesen into the wall in 3 and 4. He's still scraping up against it. Doesn't come down to anyone, so doesn't ruin anyone's race there by hitting the wall. But tough break for Friesen. Hopefully get a caution and get caught back up. Or he can try and stay onto the rear end of that pack and get the draft. There's Code Luigi, 2nd in points. If he can lead, that'd be big. That'd be 5 bonus points. Although Derek Bouchard is looking for the race lead underneath Code. And you know Code wants to lead because who's the guy on the inside lane? Only a few cars behind him, but Marcus Sachi, your points leader. As they come down the front stretch, Code Luigi does lead that lap there. That's 5 bonus points. Now Wyatt Walker makes it 3 wide. Marcus Sachi, was mentioned, your points leader is there. He's coming for the race lead off turn number 2. He's going to get underneath him here, but does Keegan Thompson make a move down the back? Looks like Thompson will stay in line. There's Eli Bright, right there, 3rd on the inside lane. Sachi will get out front. He's going to lead a lap. He's going to get 5 bonus points. Unless Thompson can do something right here. Nope. So Sachi also leads up lap, so that cancels out Codes. Lap led as Eli Bright makes a 3-wide move for the race lead. He'll clear with 30 laps of racing to go. Now Riley Spurleytube getting a big push from Bray Warnes behind him. Joe Jefferson, Daytona 500 champion. He's been on a downward spiral the last 3 races. He's finished poorly. Fell down to 20th in points after leading the points. And now he's trying to march his way back up towards the front of the points list. He does have that win, though, to try and get himself a wild card. He's pushing his teammate right now to the race lead. Jefferson will make the move for himself down the backstretch. Kevin Bannon is there in the 18 car. Andrew Miller is there. Does Bannon make it 3 wide is the question. Didn't look like he had the opportunity to. And now Bannon makes the move off turn number 4. It's going to be a little too late, I believe, to lead the lap. Very close, but Jefferson does lead. They might go 4 wide right here. Miller smartly backed out of that. If he would have kept in it, that could have been a big, big wreck as they were 4 wide for the race lead. But now Seaman to the bottom lane. Francis Dustin is there. Dustin looks for the race lead 3 wide. Michael Canto pushing him to that. Three wide again. Case Samito now looks low. John West. Jay Jefferson. Josh Samito all there. They're 4 wide back there. Looked like they sorted it out again. So the only car not in this pack is Alex Stewart and Carter Friesen. They need a caution to get caught up because... Oh, Kevin Bannon to the wall. He gets off the wall. They're 4 wide again. Looks like they back out of that once more. Well, not quite yet. So once again, another contender gets into the wall at the front of the pack. This time he didn't lose the draft. But my oh my, we see cars getting into the wall a lot in 3 and 4 here today. So Jay Jefferson now out front. Javier Hernandez behind him in the number 78 car. Jonathan Beeford up top. Max Anderson coming to the bottom lane. Then you got Evan Hunter looking to go 2 in a row. He won at Martinsville last race. Now he's in that Sports Clips Toyota looking to get another victory this season. TJ Hanley the one pushing him. Hernandez looked like tried to make a move. Jefferson blocked it, but Hernandez's car rotated through the center of that corner. He's going to take the race lead. He might even lead this lap. To the stripe. Hernandez does lead at the stripe. And now TJ Hanley looks to the bottom lane. Hanley will get to the race lead. Brandon Tharp behind him. William Seaman looks like it's gotten back down to the bottom lane. So he could get back to the race lead, or trying to anyway. Josh D'Amito now on the wall. So contenders keep getting into the wall off of into turn 3. This time, Josh D'Amito, who was run towards the front once again. He's going to be back there with Kevin Bandon. Very interesting situation there. I'm wondering if the cars are getting tight entering turn 3 or what. We haven't seen this problem in the past, which is very strange to me. So Luke Rainey going to grab the race lead now. He has 2 RCR teammates behind him, Andrew Miller, and they got Michael Gregory. And Adam Lewis looking low underneath Gregory. It's 3 wide. Oh, look out! Around they go, into the pack! Jefferson is wall riding as Trey Rainey nails the wall. John West up in the air. The big one here off of turn number 2. Josh D'Amito with the 10 damage. Evan Hunter. Adam Lewis leads us back, I believe. Jefferson on his side. Many others involved. Adam Lewis leads the race back. And with just under 20 to go, or with just over 20 to go, the big one strikes off of turn number 2. They're probably going to pit, I would imagine, as they can make it on fuel now from here. They're going to come down pit road. A lot of damage to Michael Canto and Keegan Thompson. Levi Shones was one of the first to go around, I believe. Evan Hunter, Jake Jefferson rode the wall. He might be able to continue on. So they will come down pit road. And everyone should be pitting right here. Yes, everyone will be coming down pit road. It would be foolish to stay out now. Gonna get new tires. You're about halfway through the race. There's 21 to go. You've completed 20 laps. You're about halfway. The perfect time to pit. They should be taking 4 tires. Two tire stops. So it'll be 2 tires. Cynthia Bright out and away, but does she lead them off pit road? She led them in. And the survey will say Cynthia Bright and Frances Dustin. Dustin beats Bright out. So Frances Dustin will be the race leader here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. He leads them off pit road. But now let's go and see what happened. Shones looks like was one of the first to go around to start that melee. Here it is, just classic 4-wide racing. Jay Jefferson, Max Anderson, Levi Shones, and Derek Bouchard in a 4-wide mess. As you can see, Bouchard kind of goes up off the bottom into Shones, clips him. He spins onto the apron and then comes right back up into Jefferson. Evan Hunter nowhere to go, and Jefferson rides the wall. Case Amito, Trey Rainey then goes in and pops the wall hard right there. John West up off the ground. Keegan Thompson, Kevin Band, Josh D'Amito nails Michael Canto. Jeff Bright, I think, drives through the middle of it. Jay Jefferson keeps going. In fact, he didn't really have much damage besides to the sides of that car. Look at this in real time. Then we'll go on board with a few drivers. Ugh. On his side. Yeah, I believe Jeff Bright just drove right through the middle of all that. So first, let's go on board with the Bass Pro Shops sponsored car and the Bass Pro Shops sponsored race. Jay Jefferson rode the wall in a scary, scary accident. He's just lucky that thing never tipped over. Jeff Bright isn't on board as he was back here. I believe he actually avoided it. That has to be the luckiest award right there. Look at this in slow motion. Half speed right here. Watch the cars compiling in to his left. The cars in front of him. Right there, the A7, the 07. There's the 98 piling in, the 18. Stops before the 09. The 15 nails the 09. And somehow he misses all of it. He drives right through the middle of it. That was great driving there. We'll also go on board with Kevin Bandon. He got a ton of damage in this one. Oh. Yeah, just nowhere to go right there. We also have an onboard camera with the 43 of Marcus Sanchez. He's your points there. I believe he escaped it. Yep, he escaped it. And then right behind him, following through that was second in points code Luigi. Yeah. Wow. Can't believe all those guys missed it. So to get back to the line, first was Adam Lewis. He didn't lead them down pit road. Cynthia Bright did. And then Francis Dustin led them off of pit road. So Dustin will be the race leaders. They're actually going back green this time on lap number 25. Keegan Thompson's out of this race, along with Michael Canto, Evan Hunter, Josh Amito, and Kevin Bandon. The lap cars to the inside are Jay Jefferson and Levi Shones. We have 35 cars left on the lead lap. Some are going to be obviously damaged. So out front you have Francis Dustin, and second it's Cynthia Bright. Third is Patrick Smith, Adam Lewis is fourth, and Tim Gary fifth. They got Brandon Tharp in sixth, Andrew Miller seventh, eighth Michael Gregory, ninth Jonathan Buford, and rounding out the top 10 you got Max Anderson. So that those pit stops, I believe everyone took 2 tires. Maybe some in the back took 4 if they were repairing damage, or they were back there. They said might as well take 4 maybe. And that could possibly play some factors. As Francis Dustin out front, Kenny cleared the lap cars. I believe he'll definitely be able to clear Shones. Jay Jefferson doesn't look like that one car has too much damage. He might be able to be a little bit off pace, but not as bad as we might think. So they come to the restart zone. Francis Dustin with the race lead. The green flag is back in the air. As you can see, Shones just not going on the bottom lane. And in fact, Jefferson's going to pass Shones, so that's going to make it 3 wide, trying to get around him. And some cars are going to get stuck right here. They could go with Jefferson. And you can see Jefferson actually getting up to speed quite all right. It might be just a little bit slower, but it's not as slow as we would think as they come down the backstretch. So this is definitely going to spread the field out. Jefferson is just a little bit slower, but not as slow. For the race lead, Cynthia Bright trying to get win number 2 of the season. Underneath Dustin and by. But Patrick Smith there looking to make a move. He does. Tim Gary now down the backstretch. Brandon Tharp, his teammate, pushing him. As now only a few cars have actually gotten away from the mess behind. There are right now, we see about 11, maybe 12 cars that will be in this pack. Brandon Tharp looks for the race. So you can see Eli Bright is hanging on to the back. They got Max Anderson trying to catch up. If this pack can catch up to Anderson, he'll be good. As Jefferson moving out of the way. They're 4 wide going around him. Car on pit road. John West coming off track. You guys Shones at the back. So Andrew Miller getting pushed with his teammate. So he'll go right on by to the race lead. Michael Gregory now looks low. Whoa, that's a big move right there to go 4 wide, isn't it? Whoa, bouncing off each other. Brandon Tharp and Tim Gary bouncing off each other. Luckily, no wreck happened there. Gregory to the race lead. Now Luke Rainey with his teammate behind him going to go for the race lead. I believe it would take another caution to get the rest of the field caught up. John West back on pit road, so he probably has more problems than what he thinks. Eli Bright is caught onto the back of this pack, so it is right now 12 cars in this pack. So that's 12 cars that have a shot to win here at Atlanta. It's about the same as last season. Last season we had about 12, 15, 20 car pack at the front for most of the race until some late race cautions came out. William Seaman trying to get to the race lead. He's for second now. Cynthia Bright, however, going to make the move underneath for second now. And Adam Lewis out there just trying to control the lanes, trying to go back and forth. But Cynthia Bright has a run. Yeah, 22 got a little tight there. Cynthia Bright went right around. As John West is ahead, slow car. He might be coming back down pit road, though. Francis Dustin gets to the race lead. Eli Bright, remember, we said he was just trying to join this pack. He is now in this pack. He's third on the inside lane. He's going to make it 3 wide. Eli Bright, for a second, you know how badly he wants to win. His last win in the Gatorade Cup Series came all the way back over a season ago. Season number 4, Las Vegas race. It's been a while for that 88. Well, it's been a while for the 88, and it's been a while for Eli Bright. The last time the 88 won was Michigan last season. That win was encumbered due to an illegal engine. So 10 to go. Eli Bright with the race lead. Trying to run down. Tim Gary and Luke Rainey. They have some lap cars ahead. Levi Shones is ahead. And John West is coming off pit road. So Tim Gary to the race lead, but they are catching Shones at a fast rate. John West merges into the pack. Around they go behind. Caution out. As they come up in front of the pack. Oh, a huge wreck. Upside down, and we got cars piling in. Andrew Miller, John West, and the field piles in. Oh, And they're still wrecking. Oh my gosh. Oh. The big one happens at Atlanta. And that takes out just about the rest of the field. Tim Gary leads us back. And that's going to be a restart with about 5 laps to go here at Atlanta. A horrible crash in 3 and 4. Your points leader involved. Many cars involved. Miller looks like one of the first to go around. Let's see what happened. This was a classic case of lap cars kind of merged into the field. We saw it with Isaac Nichols at Daytona. Now it happens once again. Here, Andrew Miller and Jonathan Buford. John West coming out of pit road comes up into Buford, into Miller. Miller spins up into the wall. John West spins out as well. Buford luckily gets away without spinning because this was one wild wreck. Here comes the field by. Luckily they're up against the wall so the front few get by. Hernandez nails. Up and over goes Miller. Marcus Sacchi involved. Isaac Nichols, Luigi gets clipped. Then John West goes over. And then Isaac Nichols comes in nowhere to go. He nails. And now here come others flying in. Bray Ernest nails the 31. And then the 10 goes up the track. And then this is going to nail Jason Smeo Jr. right there. And up in the air he goes. In the air, tumbling, flying on his roof. And does it come back down all fours? Looks like it luckily will. So let's look at that in real time. See if we can find some different camera angles that kind of show this whole wreck better. Yeah, Marcus Sacchi did get some damage there. Luigi, you have to feel for him. He barely got clipped in all that. Ugh. Yeah, you have to feel for Luigi there. Let's look at this one more time. Once again, Jeff Bright. Oh, Carter Friesen nailed Isaac Nichols hard. But once again, Jeff Bright makes what could be a very, very, very big miss in all that. So let's go on board with Jeff Bright. It looks like he actually missed another one as he was in this big pack, and I think he was able to actually squeak through it. Wow. Jeff Bright, he has some golden horseshoe right now because my oh my, that is 2 big wrecks he just missed luckily. Also going on board with Luigi in the 42s. He barely got clipped. He almost made it by. Right here, look at. Oh. And then that sends him hard into Wyatt Walker. And then others starting hitting him. So Luigi comes in second in points. Oh, look at that 33 go flying too. We also have it on board with Marcus Sacchi in the 43 cars. He sees a lot in this. Ugh. And right here, he'll see the 33 go flying. As he gets it going again. Watch the 33 come into view. Oh my lord. And that's something as a race car driver, you might not want to go back out there now because you have just seen what you don't want to. So Tim Gary leads us back. They will all stay out, and it's going to be a restart late in this race, possibly about 5 laps to go. We're coming back to you early to take the green flag with 5 to go because we want to tell you all the cars that are retired from that. I believe it starts at about John West is out, along with Trey Rainey, Carter Friesen, Luigi, Isaac Nichols, Marcus Sacchi, Justin Heath, Andrew Miller, Jason Smeo Jr., Ivy Hernandez, Casey Amito, Wyatt Walker, and Riley Sprague. So Shones is 2 laps down, Jay Jefferson 1 lap down. Shones might be a factor as he's in the middle of the pack. Jay Jefferson will not. So we have 22 cars on the lead lap. Out front you have Tim Gary, Luke Rainey in second, Patrick Smith in third. In fourth you have William Seaman. Fifth is Alan Lewis. Then you got Eli Bright in sixth. Michael Gregory 7th, Brandon Tharp in 8th, 9th, Cynthia Bright, 10th, Francis Dustin. So the top 10 are ahead of Shones. Hopefully Shones kind of moves up to the outside and lets the field go by on the inside. Pace car in. Final restart, 5 laps to go. Who wins here at Atlanta? The Bass Pro Shops 400. Coming down to as they come down the front stretch. Green flag back in the air. We're back racing. See, Shones yields to the bottom lane, although Hanley might split into the middle right here. Cars already moving out of lane. See right there, about 10 cars get away, and then the others trying to catch up. And they might be able to with the draft. So this could be a pretty big race to the finish. Down the backstretch for second. Luke Rainey makes a move for the race lead. He wants to get out front in case there's a caution. Rainey to the point. But Patrick Smith, Adam Lewis are coming. Four laps of racing to go. Patrick Smith to the bottom. Adam Lewis, Luke Rainey's teammate, moves up high to help his teammate out with the draft. I believe Patrick Smith is going to clear him into 3 and 4. Come to 3 to go. William Seaman trying to get to the race lead. 3 laps of racing to go. The pack trying to get back together. Trying to spring back together. Brandon Thunder to the bottom lane. With all the shuffling that they have, this could bring Eli Bright, TJ Hanley into it. They might time it right. Come to 2 to go. 2 to go. 3 wide for the race lead. Francis Dustin all the way to the bottom lane. Just 2 to go now. They're 3 by 3 at the pack. Eli Bright and TJ Hanley have caught. Do they time it right? Down the backstretch. Come to the white flag this time. Derek Bouchard looks low. Tim Gary is there. Bright with a push. Coming to the white flag. Who's timed it right? Tim Gary to the bottom. One more time around. TJ Hanley makes a move for himself. He's 3 wide. He's looking to the bottom. Bumping with Eli Bright. Tim Gary clears. Contact with Bright up into Hanley. Hanley saves it. Bright saves it. They're still racing down the backstretch. Tim Gary into 3 and 4. He has a big lead over the next guy in the bottom lane. And off of turn number 4, Tim Gary will win here at Atlanta. A wild race at Atlanta. Tim Gary gets to the lead at the right time. They bumped and banged behind him, and that allowed Gary to pull away. My, oh my. What a finish. Tim Gary gets it done for the Ford team. Let's go and check the finishing results. Here are the finishing results from the Bass Pro Shops 400 Atlanta. There were 2 caution flags for 8 laps and 31 lead changes among 21 different drivers. I've never seen something like that. So Tim Gary leads the most laps with 9, and he ends up with the victory. Derek Bouchard in second. TJ Hanley, we thought he had timed it right. He just didn't have enough time. He ends up third. Adam Lewis started 41st. I'm sure he'll take a 4th. And Luke Rainey ends up 5th. That's a good day for him to try and get back up from there. Eli Bright started on pole. He's up 6th. We thought he timed it right too. Just got pushed high by Hanley. Made some contact with him. In 7th, we have Max Anderson. 8th, Francis Dustin. He led 6 laps. Cynthia Bryan's up 9th. And 10th, Tim Randolph. So there's your top 20. Not many cars finished this race. Some big wrecks happened. And it was one wild race. As you look down now, 21st to 40th. As you can see down here, only 22 cars finished on the lead lap, and only 24 finished the race running, as we had 2 very big crashes involving a lot of points contenders, and that changed up the points dramatically, and it also kind of made things tighter up at the top of the points. Now let's go look at those point standings. So after 8 races, here are the point standings, and DJ Reed barely ekes out the points lead. He has a point lead over Marcus Sanchi, who's now 2nd in points. Alexander Rose, 3rd in points. TJ Hanley with a great run. He's up to 4th in points. And Cole Luigi down to 5th. Then you got Tim Gary in 6th. Trey Rainey 7th. Avi Hernandez in 8th. Brady Werner 9th. Michael Canto rounds out the top 10. So there's your top 20 in points. As you can see right now, no winners from 11th to 20th in points. Joe Jefferson, the one winner that we had in the top 20 in points, falls below the 20th threshold. As you can see right now, 21st to 40th, Joe Jefferson 22nd, Luke Rainey 24th are the 2 highest winners outside of the top 20. Then you got Cynthia Bright 28th, Kevin Band 33rd, and Evan Hunter 34th. They need to get up there above the top 20 in points to try and have a shot. Jeff Bright, just on the cusp. He's actually tied for 20th in points, so he has to get a win and get up there. He could just try and point his way into the chase. As we look down at the rest of the points field. So, the next race, we'll be going road course racing, left and right turns, the Finger Lakes 355 at the Glen. See you guys then.